welcome back to The Current on the Course. We were going to give you a live look at the giant golf ball here at the Classic, but it is out there right when you walk in. It's got a bunch of equipment that Deere & Company has laid out all around it.
Yeah, and the kids love it, by the way, especially today. I think we're treating it like a jungle gym. But Deere, we want to talk about Deere, of course. They've sponsored this tournament since 1998, making it one of the longest-running title sponsors on the PGA. And just a few weeks ago, Deere announced it's extending its title sponsorship through 2030.
And that is why we have Josh Jepson, Deere & Company CFO, joining us right here on The Current. Josh, thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great.
We want to start with you. What is the mood like at Deere & Company when this week comes around?
It's a very exciting week. It's a unique opportunity, for us to welcome a ton of people into our home community, a place we've been for a long time, to showcase our product, our brand, I think importantly our people. It's a lot about building relationships, but also all the good that the John-Deere Classic brings to the Quad Cities as well.
And let's talk a little bit about that and how John Deere is so integral in bringing that good to the community.
Yeah, it's really important to us in terms of making sure we're continuing to build and develop the communities we operate in, and clearly the Quad Cities is one of our oldest and biggest communities that we work in. So the ability of the John Deere Classic to bring last year nearly $16 million to local charities, almost 500, just shy of 500 charities, is really important to us. And think about how do we continue to build and thrive here where we operate and where we've operated for a long time.
Yeah, long time, like we said, one of the longest running sponsors, title sponsors on the PGA. You are seeing, this year and next year, other sponsors like Wells Fargo pulling out of title sponsorship throughout the country. What caused Deere & Company to extend theirs?
Mm-hmm. Like I mentioned before, a really great opportunity for us to highlight our products and our brands, to bring dealers and customers here. Is one unique opportunity for us when we think about building relationships with those key constituents, and demonstrate not only our commitment to them, but also how we show up and how we show up for the places we operate, like here, as well as many other places around the U.S.
And let's talk about your customers a little bit, because that's a big part of this, because you, obviously you're a global brand, but you do get some exposure to the markets that the PGA is in internationally, right?
Certainly, we've had a long partnership with the PGA. They're a big customer of ours. In addition to the title sponsorship here, had the opportunity to chat with the PGA commissioner who was here today, visiting the course and visiting the John Deere Classic, and just talk about the things we're doing here and that they would like to potentially take to other places and other tournaments, as well as what can we do better, and how do we continue growing this event. And certainly over the last few years we've done a lot, whether it's with kids or folks that are coming for the Pro-Am concerts that we have on the weekend, that have continued to generate a great deal of excitement for the Classic, but also for John Deere as a brand as well.
Well, you said you spent all day out here. You were out talking to players all day long. When you're walking the course and you see the signage everywhere and all the people, does it feel like the sponsorship is worth it?
Certainly, it's been a really, really good thing for us. Like I said, we have a unique opportunity to host a lot of different constituents, dealers, suppliers, customers, and I think it's at times it feels a little bit surreal that this is right here in our backyard. To be able to come out here and see all the things, and you hear that even from employees, interns that are volunteering, and the excitement that it brings them to be, working for Deere, but also just associated with something like this, and to give their time to come out and volunteer is a unique, I think, and special thing that we bring as a company.
You talked a little bit about this, about how we can grow this, right? So look in your crystal ball. What do you hope happens? Maybe what's in the works? What are you seeing?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I'm probably not creative enough to be the person coming up with new ideas. But I think the opportunities we have to continue, we continue getting strong fields from of players to come, which helps a lot. I think the things like the concerts, things like we're doing with having different folks come in for the Pro-Am, the children's clinic, our partnership with the First Tee. I think all of those things add, and each year I think we're continuing to build upon them.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, we mentioned it at the top, but right when you walk into the tournament, there is a giant golf ball set up, and there are like tons of equipment pieces out there. Am I right in saying there's like a combine? There's all sorts of things. How do you guys set all of that up out there? Do you drive them all down?
They all come in. You wouldn't be not surprising. We're experts at getting equipment to and from where it needs to be. We do this for other big shows.
Yeah.
This one's unique because you're putting it in the middle of a golf course and
Yeah.
not in a field or a job site.
Yeah.